The American Broadcasting Company would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the adventures of Ozzie and Harriet for having been selected as the television winner of this year's Christopher Award for outstanding work in raising the standards of television entertainment.
Do you still have a lot of Christmas shopping to do? You know you can finish it all in just a few minutes at your nearest GE Telecron clock counter. A dependable electric clock is one gift everyone will like for Christmas. Children, teenagers, and grown-ups.
And now, General Electric Telecron Electric Clocks presents America's favorite family comedy, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, starring the entire Nelson family. Ozzie, Harriet, David, and Ricky, with Don DeFore as Thorny.
Okay, fine. We'd love to, Marion. Then it's a deal. Bye.
Harriet, is this yours?
Yes, it is. I bought it this morning. They were having a sale, a special introductory offer.
Well, you wouldn't have had it for very long. You know where I found this? On the hood of the car.
Yes, I know.
You mean you knew you left it there?
Yeah, I left it there on purpose.
What were you trying to do, lose it?
No, I wanted you to find it so you could put it together for me.
Oh, here it is. The gay blade. What is it?
Well, it's a new kind of a knife sharpener. They're supposed to be very good.
Sounds like it's got enough parts. Why don't they assemble these darn things before you buy them?
Well, the salesman said it was very easy to put together.
Well, I suppose so, if you got all night and day to do it.
Oh, it shouldn't take you that long. Besides, I have another request for you tonight.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, that was Marion Burnett I was just talking to on the telephone. I don't think you've met her. They just moved into town a couple weeks ago.
Boy, look at all these parts.
Are you listening to me?
Oh, yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Well, we were on the same committee at the Women's Club, and we got to talking about different things. She's very easy to talk to.
Well, aren't most women at those gatherings? Somebody just has to bring up the subject of hats or a new recipe, and they're off.
That wasn't what we talked about at all.
Oh, what was the gist of the conversation?
Well, the main idea was they'd like us to drop by their house later this evening.
Well, I thought we were going to the movies.
Well, we are, but we can stop past there later.
Oh.
What are you laughing about?
Oh, nothing. I just wish you'd give me a little advance notice on these things.
Well, I gave it to you. It isn't until later this evening.
Okay, I'll go along.
Thank you, dear. And just for being so nice, you can pick out the movie.
Oh. Well, thanks a lot. Can I park the car and buy the tickets, too?
You can even hold the popcorn.
Wait a minute. I don't get this. Why are you putting all the parts in your pocket?
Well, Oz, you got so much junk here, I don't want any of the parts to get mixed up.
You really think you know what you're doing?
Oz, no coaching from the sidelines. Thought you were going to give me a Coke.
Here this goes on.
How about going bowling tonight?
No, I can't go tonight. I promised Harriet I'd take her to the movies. Then we're going to stop by and visit some new people just got in town. Hair's beginning to look pretty good. See?
Well, I put it together. Don't know whether it'll work or not.
A little loose, isn't it? Looks pretty good, though. Hey, I said it looks pretty good. You don't have to draw the knife on me.
I just want to try it out on my pocket knife.
No sense even trying it out, Thorny. The wheels don't turn. I thought you were so good at this sort of thing.
Well, I did the best I could. Darn thing just isn't any good, that's all. Harriet got stuck.
At least I admit I'm not mechanically inclined.
Oz, look, I put the thing together, didn't I? Now, if you want to complain, don't complain to me. Write to the manufacturer. As a matter of fact, that's a good idea.
Are you kidding? This darn thing costs about $1 or $1.50. I wouldn't go to all the trouble.
Yeah, what about the rest of us? We haven't got stuck yet. think you ought to sit right down and write him a letter. Look, the address is right here in the box. Now, better yet, send him a telegram. That always gets action.
Oh, cut it out, will you?
Incidentally, what happened to my Coke?
Oh, here.
Wait a minute. It's only a half a Coke.
Well, you only did half a job. The thing doesn't work.
If you're going to be that cheap about it, I'll drink the one I took on the way in.
How do I look, son?
Oh, fine. You're kind of dressed up for just going to the movies, though, aren't you?
Well, we're going to stop by and visit some people after the show.
When you go to the Thornberrys, you usually wear your old clothes.
Well, see, that's a little different. The Thornberrys are all friends of ours, but these are new people just moved into town.
Don't you think you better go up and get started on your homework, Rick?
Where's David?
Oh, he went up to do his about a half hour ago.
Big show-off.
Ready, dear? We don't want to be late.
Yeah, I'm all ready.
Well, Pop,
Yeah?
don't you think you ought to give David something for sitting with me?
You're a little old to have a babysitter.
Oh, I don't mean that. But I understand in college, when they take examinations, they have a guy sitting there to see that everything comes off all right. He's called a proctor. He gets paid, too.
Well, okay, so what?
You know how I am. I fool around a lot, never get at my homework unless somebody makes me. I thought maybe you could pay David a couple of dollars to make sure I get all my homework done.
Good night, dear.
Good night, Rick.
I told David it'd never work.
Sure this is a place?
This is the address.
Looks like the Elks Club in there. They've got that same kind of wallpaper.
Oh, really?
How does anybody put wallpaper like that in this house?
Pardon me, were you looking for somebody?
Oh, yes, we're the Nelsons. Do the Burnetts live here?
Yes, we do. I'm Harvey Burnett.
Oh, how do you do? I'm Harriet Nelson. This is my husband, Ozzie.
How do you do?
Oh, yes, yes. Marion told me you were stopping by. I was just putting the car away.
Hi, Harriet.
Oh, I see you've met my husband.
Yes, we introduced ourselves. And this is my husband, Ozzie.
Hello.
How do you do?
Come on in.
Oh, my, you certainly have a lovely place.
Oh, thank
Here,
you, dear.
let me take your coat.
Oh, thank you.
Gee, Harriet, I'm so glad you could drop by.
So are we. Oh, you have it decorated beautifully.
Thanks. Well, we're hardly settled. We just moved in, you know.
Won't you sit down, Mrs. Nelson? you?
Tell the Nelsons that funny thing that happened up the lake last summer. You know when the car got stuck in the mud?
Well, some other time, dear. It's a rather long, involved story. I don't quite feel up to it tonight.
Oh, well, say, how about some coffee?
Oh, no, Marion, please don't bother.
No trouble at all.
I'll give you a hand.
My wife tells me you folks are new in town.
Yes, we moved in a couple of weeks ago. Would you like to watch television?
Oh, suit yourself. It doesn't make any difference to me one way or another.
There's a very good late movie on tonight.
What's the name of it?
I don't know, but I'll find out for you.
I hope you're not doing this on my account, because I really don't...
Oh, yeah, this is a good one. I saw it last night. This fat guy here, he's the one who committed the murder.
It'll be the worst for you. But I told you, I don't know. Max gets his instructions from someone else, and we fixed up the robbers to ruin the club. I told you the truth, then let me go. Go? No, we just started. Ah, you stay there like a good boy. Hello? No, this is an officer of the law.
You don't want a cigar, do you?
A nasty character here who has just confessed to me all about his Confederates. Don't believe him. I mean, yeah, good, officer. Yeah, you hold him there. We'll be right over. Yep.
Had an awfully nice time, Marion.
Oh, I'm so glad you could stop by.
Good night.
Good night.
We'll see you again real soon.
Right.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Bye.
Is something the matter, dear?
Oh, I've just been thinking that was kind of a miserable evening tonight.
Oh, I didn't think so especially. Don't you think she's nice?
Well, she's okay, I guess, but he sure is a strange duck. Lets me sit there while he watches an old movie on television and blows cigar smoke in my face.
I'm sure he didn't do it intentionally.
Well, I don't know. Do you think he might have heard that crack I made about their wallpaper?
Oh, I don't think so. Don't look so unhappy.
Well, I don't mind telling you, I don't like Burnett, I don't like their wallpaper, and I don't like cigar smoke blown in my face.
Do you like me?
Well, of course I like you.
Well, then kiss me goodnight, put out the light, and stop grumbling.
Say, how you doing with your Christmas shopping? Ah, having problems, huh? Well, here's a hint. Just about everyone on your Christmas list, yes, everyone could use beautiful GE Telecron electric clocks. For that sleepyhead friend who sleeps right through his alarm, get a GE Telecron alarm. It'll wake him for sure every morning. It sounds off for 45 minutes. Who can sleep through that? And for that fashionable friend who just has everything, an elegant GE Telecron model like this. She can always use another clock, and clocks don't come any smarter than this. And for the new bride who's still a little worried about her cooking, a dependable GE Telecron electric clock with a special timer to tell when the cooking's done. Tells the time, day, and date, too, automatically. Yes, this Christmas, give beautiful GE Telecron electric clocks. Can't ever run down, never need winding. They stay on time to the minute because they're electric. Everyone wants them. So let beautiful General Electric Telecron clocks say Merry Christmas from you to everyone for years to come.
Oh, hi, Thorny.
Oh, hi, Oz. Say, I wonder if you'd mind lending me some of your car polish.
No, help yourself. And I see you did.
I would have knocked on the door and asked, but I didn't want to disturb you after your big night.
What big night is that?
Well, didn't you tell me you were meeting some new people or something?
Oh, yeah, the Burnetts. Yeah, we stopped by and met them after the show. I'd hardly call it a big night, though.
Oh, you didn't like it very much, huh?
Well, she was okay, but he's a real strange sort of a guy. Kind of a cold fish.
Well, you know, some people are a little strange when you first meet them, Oz.
Well, yeah, but this seemed to go further than that, Thorny. I had a feeling the guy actively disliked me.
Oz, that's impossible. Everybody likes jolly, lovable, fat old Ozzie Nelson.
Well, evidently he didn't find me so jolly and lovable. The guy scarcely spoke to me all night.
No kidding. Well, if he doesn't like you, he doesn't have to like me either.
Take it easy, Thorny. You're getting yourself all excited.
I guess you're right. We're getting riled up over nothing. Here, why don't you polish my car and work off some of that steam?
No, thanks. I have a couple of things I have to do in the house. For one thing, I want to make sure Harriet doesn't include me in any further plans with the Burnett's.
Well, I don't blame you. Why bother with people that don't appreciate you?
Well, it isn't exactly that, but after all, the guy didn't seem to like me, and I do feel I have quite a few sincere friends as it is.
You're darn right you do, Oz, and I'm one of them.
Well, thanks a lot, Thorny.
You know, I'd give you the shirt right off my back.
It's good of you to say it.
And I know you'd give me the shirt right off your back.
Well, you know darn well I would.
You would?
Well, of course I would.
Well, how about giving it to me right now? I need something to polish the car with.
Oh, Ozzie, I'm just coming out to look for you. The Burnett's will be here in a few minutes.
The Burnett's?
Yes, Mr. Burnett has to go out to the plant, and Marion thought it would be nice if we drove out there with him. He's the general manager, you know.
Well, good for him, but you can count me out.
Well, why, for goodness sakes?
Well, Harriet, the man obviously doesn't like me.
Oh, why, don't be silly, dear. Everybody likes you.
Well, okay, everybody except Burnett, then. Now, I'm not going to go through that same deal I went through last night. It's too embarrassing.
Well, suit yourself, but what am I going to tell him?
Well, I don't care. Tell him anything. Tell him I was called away on business. That's always a good one.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to tell the truth. Exactly what kind of business were you called away on?
I haven't decided yet. Tell him I have an important business conference with a huge malted milk at Miller's drugstore.
Hello, Marion. Come on in.
Thanks.
Oh, where's Mr. Burnett?
Oh, I'm so sorry, dear. He couldn't make it. He was called away on important business.
Oh,
You know how those things are.
oh yes, of course.
Where's your husband?
Oh, well, now, that's a strange coincidence. Ozzie was called away on important business, too.
Oh, that is a coincidence.
Yes, it is.
We did so enjoy being with you last night, Harriet.
Oh, well, thank you. So did we.
It's always so nice making new friends.
Oh, that's what I always say.
Harvey seemed to enjoy meeting Ozzie.
Oh, really? Thank you. Well, Ozzie always enjoys meeting new people.
Well, it's a shame they were both called away on business. I would like them to get to know each other better.
Well, perhaps some other time.
I know you'll enjoy seeing the plant.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
It's a fascinating place.
I can imagine.
It's not big, but it's really interesting. And we get to look at all the machinery.
Oh, that does sound like fun.
Does it really?
Not in the least.
Good. Let's go shopping instead.
Oh, wonderful. I hear there's a great sale on down from the
What'll it be, Mr. Nelson?
I think one of those large specials, please. Hello there.
Well, hello.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again. Would you care to join me?
Oh, well, thanks a lot.
Oh, it's a pleasure. What do you have?
Well, I've already ordered from the fountain, thank you.
Say, I want to apologize for the way I acted last night.
Oh, apologize for what?
Well, I'm afraid I wasn't any too cordial.
Oh, perfectly okay. I understand how those things are. A man moves into a new community and meets people for the first time.
Ordinarily, I'm an easygoing guy. I seem to warm up to people quickly, but I must admit I was pretty unfriendly last night.
Oh, no, not at all. Well, let's not kid each other. We didn't seem to hit it off right at first, but I think that was mostly my fault.
Don't be silly. I've got to learn to take criticism. It's part of my job.
Oh, so that's what it was. Oh, for goodness sake. I don't know why I opened up my big mouth. I never should have said anything in the first place.
Of course you should have. People have got to learn to accept a little friendly criticism and profit by it.
Well, of course, that's the way I always feel.
Oh, that's the only way to feel. Say, let's get together again some night, and I promise you a much better evening.
Oh, gee, thank you, Mr. Burnett. That's very...
Harvey.
Oh, Ozzie. Oh.
Ozzie. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry I didn't get over to your house this afternoon. It seems that I was called away on important business.
Well, now, isn't that a funny coincidence? It seems I was called away on important business, too.
That is a funny coincidence.
Well, shall we drink up our important business and meet the girls later at our house?
Bottoms up.
Here, let me take your coat, Harv.
Thanks, Oz.
Sit down there. That's my favorite chair.
Yeah, this is nice.
Have a cigar?
Oh, thanks, Oz.
Oh, allow me.
Thank you.
You know, I sure am glad we've gotten everything straightened out.
Oh, sure. It's ridiculous the way these little misunderstandings get started.
You know, it's strange, though. I had no idea you heard me last night.
What do you mean, Oz?
Well, you know, when I made that crack about your wallpaper, I didn't realize you were within hearing distance.
What crack was that?
Well, you know, the wallpaper in your living room when I said to... Well, that's the friendly criticism you were talking about, isn't it?
No, I was talking about the telegram you sent to my company.
Telegram?
Yes, the one about our new product, the Gay Blade. Evidently you bought one and wasn't too satisfactory. Your wire told us so in pretty strong words.
What's all this about a telegram?
First you tell me something. What's all this about our wallpaper?
Hey, Oz, I got it in the mail today. Special delivery. Oh, I didn't know you had company.
Oh, yes, this is a new friend of mine, Mr. Burnett. This is our neighbor, Mr. Thornberry.
How do you
How
do?
are
What's this about a letter?
Well, it's the reply to the wire I sent to the Gay Blade Company. I knew you'd never do anything about that knife sharpener, so I sent a complaint in for you.
Thanks a lot.
I told them just what kind of a piece of junk it really was. No one's going to take advantage of my friends.
Thorny.
You see, Mr. Nelson bought some cheap little gimmick that's being passed off on the public as a knife sharpener. The thing's obviously no good.
Mr. Burnett here is the general manager of the Gay Blade Company. Yes, he is.
Oh, you signed the letter, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You didn't by any chance read the wire we sent.
Yes, I did.
Now, wait a minute. What do you mean, we? I had nothing to do with this, and you know it.
You certainly did. I distinctly remember signing your name to it.
I'm glad you sent the telegram. We certainly like to know when one of our customers is dissatisfied.
Well, that's a mighty nice attitude, Mr. Burnett.
Yeah, my cigar seems to have gone out.
Oh, I have a lighter. As I did have one. Got a pocket full of chunks.
Hey, wait a minute. Where'd you get this?
Well, I don't know. Looks like some kind of little spring,
It's
doesn't
one of the mainsprings out of our knife sharpener.
it? How do you suppose I got in my pocket?
Well, you know darn well how it got there. You put it there yesterday when you were fumbling around trying to put the knife sharpener together.
There's no harm done.
Well, I know, but this is ridiculous. How could you do a thing like that, Thorny?
Now, don't get excited, Oz. There's a very simple explanation for the whole thing.
Oh, such as what?
I goofed.
There's no harm done. But I think I better get on home now. Marion probably won't be dropping back by here.
Well, it sure has been nice seeing you again, Harv, and we'll have to get together with the girls real soon.
Oh, sure. I'll give you a call, Oz. Say, why don't you come over to the house and bring the Thornberries with you?
Well, fine. Thanks a lot. That sounds like fun. I'm sorry about that little misunderstanding.
Oh, forget it. I'll be seeing you.
Okay, Harv.
Just one more thing, Oz.
Yeah?
I don't think so much of your wallpaper either.
Gotta hand it to Harriet. She always does her Christmas shopping early.
Thank you, dear. Well, Christmas shopping's easy when you give the one gift that's perfect for everyone. A dependable GE Telecron electric clock. You can shop all in one store, just as I did the other day. GE Telecron clocks are all so beautiful. You'll have a wonderful time shopping for them. You find styles to please everyone on your Christmas list. Any man would be proud to own a desk clock like this. And beautiful wall clocks. I just couldn't resist this one. And so many lovely alarm clocks, too. GE Telecron alarms, you know, are the sure waking kind that sound off for 45 minutes. You can get GE Telecron clocks in a wide range of prices. And remember, you always give quality when you give GE Telecron clocks. The gifts that say Merry Christmas for years to come. So do your Christmas shopping the easy way, all in one stop at your nearest General Electric Telecron clock counter.
Hello, Harvey. This is Ozzie Nelson.
Oh, hi, Oz.
Say, I wanted to call up and apologize for that crack I made about your wallpaper. I hope you didn't take it seriously.
Not at all.
Well, actually, I've been thinking it over, and that wallpaper looks darn nice in your living room.
Oh, thanks. You know, I didn't really mean that crack I made about your wallpaper either. I was only kidding.
Oh, sure. I figured you were. Well, I'll see you later, Harv, huh?
Right, Oz.
Bye. Thank you.
Remember, just about everyone on your Christmas list will welcome a lovely GE Telecron clock. There's a style for every taste, every room, every budget.
So Christmas shop for all in one stop at your GE Telecron clock counter. Give them all beautiful, dependable General Electric Telecron clocks.
Every day's a holiday with Hot Point.
I'm Happy Hot Point, here to remind you that next week your Hot Point dealer will bring you the Nelsons. Ozzie, Harriet, David, and Ricky.
You ought to see the Hot Point all-electric kitchens.
Yeah, and laundries, too, in colors.
Your Hot Point dealer will be glad to show them to you.
Believe me, every day's a holiday with Hot Point.
Lyle Talbot was seen as Harvey Burnett, Mary Jane Croft as Marion Burnett, and Chuck Colleen played the part of the soda fountain attendant. This is Vern Smith speaking. Be sure and buy a copy of the current issue of TV Star Parade with the fine color picture of Ozzie, Harriet, David, and Ricky on the cover. There are also more interesting pictures of all the Nelsons and a fine story about them, as well as a story about the home life of Don DeFore and all the little Thornies. This has been an ABC Television Network presentation.